What's up, guys? Steve here with another stimulus package update, and man, there has been a lot of good news rolling out today regarding stimulus. And it was a busy day for me, but I was like, you know what? I still got to hop on and get you guys the latest update as we have had breaking news coming out today, as it looks like we're going to get a stimulus package. Yesterday, I let you guys know the great news that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, they backed off the HEROES Act and said they're going to be supporting that $908 billion bipartisan lawmakers bill. And now we have heard today that President Donald Trump said that he will sign that into law if he receives it as well. So now the last missing piece is Mitch McConnell, and the good news that rolled out today is that he had a call with Nancy Pelosi and they said they're making progress, and it looks like they are very optimistic that we're going to be having a deal here very soon. So I'm going to get you caught up on all of the details. I have a ton of news reports that came out I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and we're going to take a look at the live footage as it came out. As the Problem Solvers Caucus was presenting once again information on that bill, they received word that President Donald Trump said he supports it as well. So let's dive right in. Let's take a look. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, it'll just take a second. Be sure to smash the like button. It helps out the channel. The like button, dropping comments, and sharing these videos out to anybody who you think might need to see them. It helps out my channel. Thank you so much. And also be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that way as soon as I upload these videos with the latest information, you can receive them right away. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. But now let's take a look at that footage that just came out hours ago.
Well, in a sign of effectiveness, I hope, as we were standing here, it has been brought to my attention that the president just issued a statement saying he is in support of our $900+ billion package. So we are now.
That's good. Come on.
Well, Lindsay, we're gonna declare a moment of optimism here in front of the Capitol. But the bottom line is, with that support, that there's recognition that this is a package that needs to get signed into law, that the American people need this relief, and that these members are standing together as Democrats and as Republicans, but as we opened up with, as proud Americans. It is time for this institution to do its job. And as we said, we are not leaving until that signature is on this package and that relief is flowing.
Not leaving
and it's
until
because
there's a signature
of the members that are standing here before you as true American leaders. Questions?
Well, there you guys have it. It looks like we now have support from President Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, Democrats, and bipartisan lawmakers that assembled it. And the final piece, it looks like, is going to be Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, and it looks like we might have him on board as well. So let's take a look at these articles here. But first, before we dive in, I got to ask, and you're not allowed to watch this video without leaving your thoughts in the comments down below, and that is Nancy Pelosi. She has gotten so much criticism on her negotiating, and what we saw before the elections was that she would not go under $2 trillion on her stance. Now that the elections have passed, we're seeing her not go under $2 trillion. We're seeing her go all the way down to under $1 trillion at a $908 billion stimulus package, which of course she said is going to be the starting point. So they're going to try to include some more stuff, which I hope they do, since we're missing a couple things in there. But I have to ask, do you think that she's willing to come so far down now because she was trying to essentially sabotage President Donald Trump's chances in the elections, and now that they have passed, she's more willing to negotiate? Or do you think that the only reason why she's doing this is because she is now feeling the urgency, along with all of Congress, to get stimulus out right away, because we're edging that cliff, that end of the year deadline where a lot of the provisions are going to be expiring? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I've been hearing people on both sides, some saying, okay, the damage has been done to Trump, now she can move on. And I've heard others say, no, it's just simply the fact that everybody is going to be hurting here in a while, and all of Congress is aware of the fact that they got to get something done now. And December 11th is our drop dead deadline. So let me know your thoughts. But now let's go ahead and dive into the latest articles that have been popping up all day today. All right, so take a look at this one. And man, this guy always makes the covers of these articles because his expressions are awesome. NASDAQ closes at record high as Congress inches towards stimulus deal. And if you go down further, you can see the bullet points, the highlights in this article, and you can see number 4, lawmakers warmed up to the $908 billion proposal Democratic leaders embraced on Wednesday, placing new pressure on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to reach a compromise. Next article reads, McConnell says compromise possible on new fiscal stimulus if Democrats move in GOP direction. And that is actually from today at 4:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what he's saying is that he was actually optimistic and he thinks they can reach an agreement, and it looks like they're going to be edging closer, hopefully. So we'll see what unfolds there. Another article reads, second stimulus check, momentum builds for bipartisan plan without $1,200 payment. Here's the latest. So we're going to dive into some of these articles and take a look at what has unfolded. All right, so this first article reads, several Republican senators indicated on Thursday that they might be able to back a bipartisan $908 billion stimulus bill as lawmakers on both parties vowed Thursday to remain in session until they pass legislation. So this is looking very good for us to get stimulus. As we continue on, it says, we simply cannot afford to wait, said Gottheimer. We will not leave Washington until we get this done. Their bill also included new forgivable loans for small businesses, enhanced unemployment insurance benefits, and funding for nutrition programs, education, airlines, buses, Amtrak, and public transportation systems such as NJ Transit. But there is no new round of $1,200 stimulus checks. So keep in mind the fact that Nancy Pelosi said this could be a starting point. So it sounds very likely that she'll be including some things into that bill, and hopefully one of them will be stimulus checks. It says more than a dozen lawmakers talked about high unemployment, crowded hospitals, long lines at food banks, and struggling small businesses, and said the federal government had no choice but to help now. I don't want to leave coal in everybody's pocket across the country at Christmas because of our failure to take action that has to happen. Now, take a look at this. Today, Drew Hamill tweeted, the Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, and Leader McConnell spoke at 12:45 p.m. today by phone about their shared commitment to completing an omnibus and stimulus relief as soon as possible. In addition to that, here's an article from CNN that says Pelosi and McConnell resume talks as Congress rushes to strike a stimulus deal. And some of the bullets say, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell spoke Thursday as Congress rushes to strike a stimulus deal and avoid a government shutdown. The pair talked about their shared commitment to completing an omnibus and stimulus relief as soon as possible. McConnell earlier said that he sees hopeful signs for reaching a relief agreement before the end of the year. And Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer backed a bipartisan $908 billion stimulus package, while McConnell released his own roughly $500 billion plan. But what we're hearing is that now he is optimistic, along with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, that they will be able to reach an agreement together before the deadline on the 11th. Now, the article reads, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell spoke on Thursday for the first time since at least the 2020 elections as Congress scrambles to strike a stimulus deal and prevent a government shutdown. The congressional leaders discussed their shared commitment to completing an omnibus and stimulus relief as soon as possible, Pelosi spokesman Drew Hamill said in a tweet. They have signaled they want to resolve both thorny issues by December 11th, the last day of the government funding. Yeah, well, we had a good conversation, McConnell told reporters of the discussion. I think we're both interested in getting an outcome, both on the omnibus and on the stimulus package. So for those of you that already follow me here on the channel, you know I've covered already what's included in that $908 billion stimulus package. If you'd like to see it and see me break down all the provisions and let you know what's inside, go ahead and check out this video right here where I cover it in more detail. But what you have heard and what you already know is that there is not a second round of $1,200 stimulus checks. There is also not a specification as to how long PUA and PEUC will be extended, and also there is a limited amount of the FPUC boost. It's only going to be $300 per week, not $600 per week, and it's only going to go for 4 months, retroactive back to December 1st, not September like we had previously heard. So what we're hoping is that when they come together, Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, and all the people that are going to be assembling this, that they will make modifications to help make this a little bit more generous for the people. Now, as that information comes out, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date and let you know what unfolds. Once again, if you'd like to see what's in there, check out that video right here. But what we're hoping is that they'll be able to provide this so that way we can get some form of stimulus out to help out the economy at this time. And hopefully they'll be a little bit more generous as to what can be included in this bill. Well, you guys, it is looking very likely that we could be seeing a stimulus package here very soon. I know a lot of people have been waiting for a long time to get some help, and I'm happy to report to you it looks like it is just on the horizon. And we have to get something done before December 11th, so essentially we've only got a little bit more than a week. We have to see a deal before then. So I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date, and if you like and appreciate these video updates, once again, if you haven't already, be sure to smash the like button. It helps out the channel, and also be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bells if you'd like to stay up to date on everything as it rolls out. And if you don't already, like I said, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3. Oh, and if you'd like a chance to get 4 free stocks, link in the description below. When you use the WEBULL app and using the link that I have, you can get 4 free stocks, one of which could be valued up to $1,600. Well, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.